Yes.
I won't be able to speak. Okay,
Boo.
Rubbers. Yeah, she takes over the
Oh,
interview.
she's gonna
It's a
take.
lie. A lie.
She does, she does a great job, so I allow her to.
Oh,
Oh,
allowed. Allowed. All right. All right, we are we are now live. Welcome to the Matrix, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good
I have
evening.
my mom here, DJ Dee Dee, and we have DJ Rubbis on for the first time, his debut on the Matrix. Hello, DJ Rubbis, aka Gary, aka what else? What else they call you?
it's just robbers. It's just
That's
robbers.
it. Okay. Where'd you get Rubbis from?
I got this name from 1977.
Yeah?
I played table tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they what they call um, it's what you call a sponge on a racket. It's not really sponge. It's called a rubber.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to change my rubbers every 2 weeks because I didn't like play brand new rubbers. So I would take them off, give
Mm-hmm.
them to the younger player. I say, you play with it and break it in about 3 weeks and give it back to me when it's older.
Mm-hmm.
How I used to play. I don't like with new rubbers. I like when it's a little break, broken in, a little
I
older.
see. I
So
see.
give me
Ah,
that nickname, and have it since 77
Wow.
to now.
Wow, I love that. What a story. So did it help you win more matches? Did your did you win a lot of matches because of that?
I I went to Casey in 1977, so I got a name like in the first couple months of going there. But
Wow.
their squad was the school was so dominant. Most of the players there were national players. So I couldn't make the team then. That was so good. So
Wow.
my last year at Casey, I actually made the team.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
that's still no small feat, so good for you.
Oh, making a Kingston College table tennis team back then was,
Mm-hmm.
was an achievement.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Good for
absolutely.
you. All right, so my mom, there's some noise. Is there a TV in anyone's background or anything like that?
Did you
Oh,
hear my wind
Some
chime?
feedback?
Just a
No.
moment ago. Okay.
No. All right, we'll continue. There's some feedback somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Hopefully, it doesn't affect our sound too poorly, too much. So, Mom, you had a question off the jump for DJ Rubbles. What did you want to
Yes,
ask
I
him?
wanted to know where DJ Rubbers was from. He told me he was from Portmore, Jamaica. And then I was asking about the situation where he lives, his family, his businesses, just checking in to see how everyone's doing in his particular realm.
Right. So basically, how did Hurricane Melissa affect you or not in
Yeah.
your
uh,
family?
it didn't affect the family here in Cod Portmore. Stan and Portmore didn't get any direct impact from it.
Hmm.
Got rains, I got winds, but nothing, no roofs were blown off or anything. A couple of trees were uprooted, but
Yeah.
nothing to cause any damage.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
people back west were
Yeah,
affected badly. So
I know. Yeah.
my businesses in Mandeville were basically shut down for a week. So
Hmm.
we had to just wait it out because we didn't have any light, we didn't have any water, so there's not we could do, you
Wow.
know. So so
Hmm.
getting back the power the Monday after was great.
Yeah. You were one
Mhm.
of the lucky ones for sure.
Yeah, but I have a generator, so I was
Okay.
during
Okay.
the time,
Hmm.
Right.
so I wasn't completely out, you know.
Good. That's good.
Yeah,
So
it's
you mentioned you have some businesses. What businesses do you have? What type of business are you into?
You mean how many?
Yeah. How many and what are they?
Okay, well, my first real business, graphic design.
Okay.
I'm doing this
Excellent. Graphic design. Mm-hmm.
for like 30 years now.
Wow.
That's my bread and butter,
Yes. I bet a
right?
lot has changed in 30 years.
A lot of changes. Everything is got very
absolutely.
digital
Mm-hmm.
now, and we're using AI now. So AI is involved in everything. So
Mm-hmm.
we're pretty much up to date with everything.
Excellent.
Yeah, we
Excellent.
can't live behind. If you live
That's
behind, that's pretty. So I've been doing graphic design for like 30 years. I do
mhm.
photography as well.
Excellent. Excellent. You have any specific thing that you like to capture in your lens? Like, what type of photographer are you?
Yeah.
I photograph a lot of females, mostly portraits,
Okay.
and I photograph a lot of landscapes. So I used to go down to Black River, which is affected by, and I used to photograph a lot of fishermen down there. Some of the older men, so the older fishermen,
Nice.
and we used to capture them in their environment doing stuff, and we used to actually create environments that we wanted for them to do. So I don't know if you know Pelican's Bar,
No.
bar out in the sea, down at Black River.
I've actually heard of it.
Right.
Have you? Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bar out in the sea. And
Mhm.
so down in Black River, they have beautiful sunsets. So
Mm.
I wanted to catch a bar, with the sunset behind it.
Yes.
Also want a canoe in the shop. So we asked one canoe to tow the other one out there. So we towed him out there, and then we were on this other canoe and waiting until sunset. I was like, okay, let's start throwing a net. And he was throwing his net until we got the perfect shot. So there maybe about 2 hours trying to get the perfect shot, and we didn't get it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we create stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of the fishermen down in Black River. Yeah, so most of them have lost their homes, and
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that, well, it's not funny, it's ironic that you were able to capture some of the history that is gone. I mean, and maybe even some of those fishermen are no longer with us, you
Do
know?
you exhibit your work, or are you thinking about putting together a book?
people have asked me to do so. I probably will do it when I'm close to retirement. I'll probably do something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm basically semi-retired now, so maybe soon. But
Mm-hmm.
I have enough material, so I can do it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you probably should.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been asked to do so, so I probably will. I probably will.
Mm-hmm.
And then put a dedication in your book to me for giving me that.
There you go. Add me too, okay?
Most definitely.
That is awesome. So speaking of books, oh, sorry, did you say something, Mom?
No, I was trying to see
Oh,
what the.
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, I got it.
Um,
So I was
Speaking
talking
of books, would you write a, so if you were to write a book about not photography, like let's say it's about your life, what would the first chapter be about in terms of representing you? Would it be about music? Would it be about family? What would
it
it
would be about I grew up in Greenwich Town,
be? Mm-hmm.
Spanish Town Road, which is in Tivoli.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up with a lot, mostly Rasta men.
Yeah.
Yep, I grew up with a lot of Rasta men around. They were the ones who encouraged me to go into my own business because none of them work for anybody.
Wow.
Oh,
These were
wow.
men who made brooms and they made slippers and they made all kinds. So I stuck around them. So I learned how to make a broom, I
Wow.
learned how to make slippers, and I learned how to make bags. They taught me to do all these things. And I used to sell them back in Vinishtown.
Cool.
Yeah, so they had a big. My parents didn't like Rastaman though. They didn't like
They
them.
didn't. Well,
But
that was typical back then,
yeah,
unfortunately. They were very, yeah.
but they were very protective because we
Hmm.
were in Greenwich Town. Sometimes there's flare up, gang flare ups and political violence,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
and they
Hmm.
used to protect our home.
Wow.
So I didn't really live in fear or anything like that, because
Absolutely.
had that kind of protection. So even if we were out
Hmm.
and we were coming from school, they made sure that we came off the bus
Hmm.
and we got home safely.
Yeah. Wow.
Good.
So
Good.
that's my experience with them. So they didn't try to get me to smoke or anything like that or
Hmm. Hmm.
any sort. They were just,
Pillars of the community.
yeah, that's what they were. Yeah, protect.
Hmm.
And they just
Yes.
only thing, and they always dressed very neat.
Hmm.
And back then, if you were clerks, you were basically a bad man.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So a Rastaman is always wear clerks.
Yes. Yes.
And they always had their hair well cut and groomed, and so they were respectful looking.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I was influenced by them a lot.
Excellent.
Right.
Wow. So you are also on Jamx radio station. Are you on multiple stations, or is it so you're on Jamx? Is that where you began as a DJ, or did it start way back
Oh,
before?
it started way back actually. Because I
Okay.
used to buy, down in Greenwich Town, I used to buy 45s, and I was the one who did that. So my father would give me money
Mm-hmm.
out to the Spanish Town Road, and there was a record shop out there. And
Mm-hmm.
I went out there every Friday to buy either 45 or a LP.
Every Friday?
Every Friday. Because music, I mean, they used to release music almost every week in Jamaica back then.
Mm.
You know,
Wow.
yeah, every week. And there were a lot of artists that I grew up around with.
How much were the 45s?
Oh, like 2 cents.
That's it.
Two little bit of money. Like 1 cent, 2 cents, little bit of money. You know, back then if they gave you 50 cents, they could buy lunch and back.
Caviar.
Yeah, yeah.
Caviar.
So, so I used to just buy a lot of 45, a lot of LPs, and my
Yeah.
they call it they call it a telefunken radio. So it's an antique radio, but it had a record player in it. So every Sunday I'm playing records on this thing, but you can only play one record at a time.
Yeah, I
When
remember
you
that.
play, I take them off. There are some of them where you could start the LPs. I mean, one who drops down there and start to play. I didn't have one of those. So I had to keep taking it off and put it back on. And so I learned how to put in, the needle on a record and all kind of things. And that was like every Sunday. So
Skills.
I'm playing like Jim Reeves and Patty Page and Percy Sledge, you know, all these people back then, Brooke Benton, and so I learned from back then how to play these, that kind of music.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You couldn't play you couldn't play no reggae music back then on a Sunday. When the parents
No.
nobody can do that, but not when you're there, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I started collecting records from them, and then it went from records to cassette,
Hmm.
and then from cassette to CDs.
Hmm.
Right. So how I actually started playing was we used to go to a friend's house a couple years ago. And we used to gather and plus play music together.
Hmm.
And there was a guy there who used to play on Cool FM. So
Okay.
he actually used to come to the events and said, you should come and do a guest slot on Cool FM. And I said, but I don't know how to do those things, and because I never had no controller or anything like that. I used to just play records. And I had the music. So yeah, man, you must just come, just tell us music you want to play. So back then I just gave them a list of songs I wanted to play.
Hmm.
And they just played them on the radio. And I said, oh, this is coming to you courtesy of Gary Roberts Harris back
Hmm.
then. And then I eventually graduated to getting my own little controller. Because you used to have a 2-deck cassette tape and you used to put in one cassette and another. You're trying to mix with it, all kind of foolishness. You couldn't play with that on the radio. You have to have professional equipment.
Yes.
I eventually got the equipment. So I never play on any set like most DJs back in the day. They play on some set at some point, some song, and it's played every weekend. I didn't have that experience. But I used to go to these events in the dance hall. So I used to see them. But of course, you have mother and father, you can't go to those things or they probably be dead. If you try and go one of those things, they're not going to allow you to live if they hear you went to one of these things. Yeah, so I used to just go sneak out with my big brother and go to one of these things and just listen. And I used to listen and observe what they played back then, what they played when. So I was just listening and just observing and learning how these guys put the music together. When they played it, why they played it at the time, how
Can
people have to dance. Yeah, that's how I used to observe a lot of that, you know?
can we talk a little bit about what to play and when? Because for those who have been living under a rock and haven't been listening to your show here on Primal and your pre-existing show on Jamx, but we're talking about the one on Primal right now, 6 o'clock on Mondays, your music is so, I don't even know the word to describe it. For me, being that I'm still learning about the music of the 70s and
Yes.
the early 80s, it's very refreshing. It's like a new discovery every single Monday. The music blends well together. The vocals, everything is top. You can just see that you have a real appreciation for music. So I was wondering, being that you have all that experience in listening for them to play what and when, is that how you developed your ear? Or did you ever take a music theory class? Like,
Oh, not at all.
no?
I said before, I grew up around a lot of musicians. I don't know if you know, you should know Junior Tucker, right?
Yes, I
Right.
do.
Me and him grew up together, almost like brothers.
Oh, wow.
I used
Cool.
to call him Little Junior Tucker back then, right?
Oh,
Um, and so he used to
Hmm.
have a lot of records. And so we used to go to a lot of other artists like Dean Fraser. He had a lot of records, full
Wow.
heap of records.
Hmm.
And, and so I learned from listening to these guys, and we used to listen to a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire back then, and
Hmm.
Stevie Wonder. So from very early, I learned how to appreciate music, even if it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
But most LPs, they always release a single or two. Now, back then in the 70s, or maybe the 60s, they only used to release maybe one single. It's really in the like the 80s, when Michael Jackson and Teddy came along, they started maybe releasing maybe more than one single from an album, back then. But you used to listen to the entire album. And you always go through and you listen and find a song that was never released as a single, but you appreciate the song. I always mark the back of the record and say, this song is a wicked song. I was right tune or wicked tune or something like that to remind you that this song is a wicked tune, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what we learn. And so I learned how to, especially soul music, I learned how to put together soul music because remember back in the 70s, it's not like no. Every party that I used to keep in the days, it end the party with soul music. So you better find a girl to dance, right? Because if
Hmm.
you don't find a girl to dance with when the party start with soul in them, they're not gonna start promoting, right? So you have to make sure you find a girl. Yeah.
Hmm.
So they always end the parties back then with soul music, right? And
Hmm.
80s, we used to have a lot of house parties. And the song that used to play that, that's the end of the party, they used to play Earth and Fire Reasons. So when it's,
Ah.
so the party done. It's done,
The
right?
reason that we're here is to go home.
Just done, right? We have a great appreciation of soul music, but I used to go deeper into the soul music. So even people like the Manhattans and Stevie Wonder and Delphonics and those people, I used to listen to the entire album. I said, songs that were playing on the radio, I listened to the song. I said, this one have a nice groove to it and it would match. It just sound good with this one. And I used to do that. I used to write them down and make up a whole list. It's a book. I write up all the songs I want to play together and how I want them to fuse together. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I learned back then,
Hmm.
because you have to be able to dance back then. And
You don't have to know how to dance now, Robus. You don't have to know.
I don't see people dancing now. They're older people. Like some parties now, they have a thing called steppers. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes, I heard
Right.
of
So when you
it.
step, it's a beautiful thing. When you see them dancing on the dance floor, trust me, nobody do want on the dance floor. You just want two or three people stepping, and there's certain songs they play for that. It's not a very, very slow song. It's have
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
little bounce to it.
Hmm.
So those are the
Hmm.
songs called steppers. And once you learn how to put those moves together, trust me, you can keep those people on the dance floor, you're good.
You're good to go.
But if you play the wrong song,
Has that happened to you?
Jamaican people are go. Of course, Jamaican people just walk off the dance floor.
Yeah.
Embarrassing thing if and give it a part with the dance floor full, and you get it. And when half of everybody gone,
Oh no.
that's embarrassment. Yeah, it's gonna be embarrassment, but it happens to everybody. That's what you learn.
Absolutely.
You have to you have
Hmm.
to you have to get knocked down.
Yeah.
You learn from your mistake and come back again.
Absolutely. Mom, did you have anything to say about the albums or the groups he's talking about before we proceed?
It's just all so familiar to me. Obviously, we're from the same generation, and we did the same thing. I was in a singing group, so we would definitely listen to the rest of the album, both sides of the album, and find songs that we wanted to then sing. And so many times people would say, "Oh, you wrote that?" Yeah, right. No, it's on, it's on Earth, Wind and Fire or whatever. I mean, that happened a lot because, yeah, people would generally stick to the 45 that came out. You heard on the radio ad nauseum. Sometimes they didn't even know what was on side B. But I grew up like you. investigating the whole of the music, all of the music. I was laughing to myself because you didn't mention 8 track. You didn't do 8 tracks?
A-Track was like a little before my time. I saw it, it was a little before my time.
Well,
That was the boy then. My father had a
it
car with them in it, That was a little before
was
my time.
before my time, but I never owned any um 8 tracks. 45s, definitely cassettes.
Right.
iPod. I still have it. So yeah, well, we're in the same league, definitely. Well, not the same
You
league
know the thing about A-Tracks, once you start playing it, it has to play until it gets to the comeback.
until it gets to the. That's
You can
right.
rewind, you can
There's
fast
none
forward
of
it,
that. There's none of that.
until the
Repeat
comeback.
that once you start playing what? Say it
Once
again.
you, once you start playing A-Track, you can't rewind it, or you can't fast forward it. It's going to play
You just
until
have
it
to play it
ends
all the way through.
and
Yeah.
Oh
start.
gosh.
So the
Fast.
album had to be good back then. The album had to be good. You sit and listen to all these albums. And they were trust me, they were excellent. I remember when Stylistics came up with this album called Round Two. Round Two is probably the best soul album ever recorded.
Ever? Or
Ever.
from them? Why? Tell us why.
Anybody that's ever produced a soul album that is as every song on that album is just fantastic. Every single
Hmm.
song.
You said it's called Stylistics Round Two?
Round
Round
Two.
two.
You can look it up and look at all the songs on it.
I will.
I shall. Mom, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that album. Lord knows I definitely remember the stylistics.
Yeah.
But I don't remember that
I
particular.
can probably I can bring it up.
Sure, why not?
So that came out in 1972, and it had on I'm Stone in Love with You, Children of the Night, You Never Get to Heaven If You Break My Heart, Break Up the Makeup,
I know
Peekaboo,
that one.
Oh, I know all of those.
Rain. Every song on that album was a smash hit.
Okay. Just I'm gonna listen. I'm
Listen,
gonna listen tonight.
uh, and go on Amazon, listen to every song on the album. Just the first album was really good as well. Then we had a lot of groups that were very good in the stylistic, the Tavares, the Jean,
Yes.
the Des. They to drown out a lot of the other acts that came up. They were good enough, but these guys were so good that they couldn't get to shine as much as they could.
Right.
Yeah,
So a
when
lot
Who
of
do
when
you
I came out of Massachusetts, that was a whole different ball game
right.
in terms of how, they certainly could have gone much further had they
Yeah,
been like New
yeah. So
York
groups
or
like
Philly.
Fantastic Four and Choice Four, these groups and the Intruders, they never got to shine as much as they could
Oh man, yeah,
because Stylistics and Manhattans and these guys were dominating the charts.
exactly.
Commercially, they were dominating, but in terms
Right.
when listing music, they were playing the music just as much. You
And
know?
there was several different kinds of restrictions. Money had to exchange hands in order to promote
Mhm.
a particular artist. So some
Plus,
guys,
they didn't have the kind of they didn't have the kind of support as these big groups because they were selling. Every album was a platinum seller, so they were doing very, very well. So the smaller groups, even though they had great music, they weren't as successful as those other big groups, But the guys who knew the music, they were playing it. Like, especially in Jamaica now, we had a lot of DJs back then, like Winston Blake and Dermot Hustle. These guys used to play, and they played songs that on a Sunday, whenever they played, and Henry Stennett, Jamaican radio was like, it taught a lot of us how to play music. JBC FM, when he said when Alan Bag was signed off in the morning, they go on to JBC FM. I listened to soul music from I think at 9 o'clock up to 2 o'clock, and they played some awesome music. And that's how a lot of us learned these music. I mean, different songs that were played that were in the singles that were released. A man hear a song on the album and say, "I'm going to play this song," and they were fearless. They just played music. They were fearless. They didn't know it or not. They just play the music because you have to learn it at some point. And that's what
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's how I play now. And I'm pretty fearless, because
Yeah, absolutely. You are so confident, and that's what I love. And I'm sure others do it too. Love it too. The fact that you are so well versed, so confident in your presentation of the music. We could just listen without, I mean, It's an experience to be a part of your show. It truly is. And so you explaining how you developed this love and passion really makes a lot of sense. Is soul your favorite genre? Or do
Yeah,
you?
it
It
is.
is? I figured so. I
Yeah.
figured so. The fact you grew up around Rastaman, it made me think, could it be also Roots was really good? But I figured now Roots is.
No, I'm pretty good at playing reggae music as well because
Oh, I'm sure you are. I just want to know what was your favorite, but I know you're good at playing. You can play anything, I'm sure. You know music.
I, if I'm doing any show at all, I
Hmm.
always start with reggae. My first always reggae.
Okay.
I
And then
want
you.
I don't I if my music is good now, if it's good now, I'll play it. Because there are artists that are doing good music, right now. So I will once it's good, I will play it. You
Do
know,
you think that music isn't as good now overall as it was? Look at his face.
With R&B. The same thing.
no,
So,
I
what?
Harold Butler. I don't know if you know Harold Butler. He wrote an album called
Yeah,
Butler.
Joel had told me about him a couple weeks ago.
That album to me that's my favorite album of all time in Jamaica. So he was a musical genius back then.
Mhm.
I want to tell you a story because I said before, I grew up with Junior Tucker, right? So I
Mhm.
used to, I think I've met almost every Jamaican superstar. I used to,
Wow. Bob Marley too?
yeah,
Peter?
Junior
You
used
met
to,
all of these people?
all of them, but Junior used to record a Tough Gun. He had a
Hmm.
contract with Island Records at the time, and he was going to Tough Gun to record it. So I went there with him. I was in the night with him and Tommy Corn, and I was fortunate to hear Bob Marley recording some of the songs from his Survival album. And
Really?
I've seen Hardwoodland Studio and Jacob Miller. Um,
Wow.
Tush, I mean, when it went by Channel One and he was doing the whole day recording, I met everybody. The first time I went to Tough Gun, I was playing football outside.
Hmm.
You know who Bob Marley was?
No?
So brown. He was very brown, But I didn't know that.
Yes.
I was playing football with this man. I didn't know who he was.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Bob, I said, oh Lord, I
It's
didn't know.
crazy.
No idea. And you hear Bob Marley, he's a black man, but he was
Yeah.
very, very, very
Yeah.
brown. He was small. He wasn't big in it or bigger in it, but he was very small. He was
Hmm.
a big guy. And Bonnie was small, you know?
Hmm.
What I experienced back then, going on the road with Junior and Tommy, trust me, we used to go to Skateland a lot of concerts back then in the 70s. So we did everything. Sunsplash, concert, stadium. Even when Jamaica qualified for the World Cup,
Hmm.
sang the national anthem at that actual match, I was there.
Wow.
Like, I was in the VIP section with them because
Okay. The VIP?
me and Junior like brother, so anywhere I'm going, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Anywhere? Yeah.
I'm there, So that's what just
I
happened.
love it. I
That
love
is
it.
dope. That
So
is dope. So I just want to take a moment. There's some people in the chat listening to you, giving you some love. It's DJ Gaddafi, DLC, Jersey Dude. Who else? So they're just talking about what we're talking about. That, for example, Jersey Dude is saying, "Yeah, y'all need to listen to Rubbers speak. The man knows what he's talking about." Absolutely, absolutely. And he also goes on to say, "Junior Tucker is the real deal." Um, and then DJ Gaddafi adds that you were a schoolmate of Uncle Randy and Migraine
yeah.
over at KC.
So,
Hmm.
so I was actually supposed to go to Calabar High School.
Oh, okay.
But so I grew up with instead of Greenwich I grew up with a lot of sports stars as well. So Ian Stapleton, who was like a top athlete at KC at the time,
Hmm.
he down the road from me. And he said, hell no, you're not going to Calabar. We're taking you to KC. Because they knew I could play football, they knew I could play cricket. Because I was pretty good in sports. And they
Yeah.
didn't want to Calabar. So they took me to KC, even though KC didn't have any space. Oh,
Wow.
these guys are big stars at KC. And they said, look, this guy have to come here. You have to find space for him. And they found space for me. That's how I got to KC. They kind of forced me into the school.
Looks like you found space in anywhere that you wanted to go.
That
you
was
know, a space at the table, which I
guys,
love.
you guys looked out for me back
Yeah.
then, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, they looked out for me. I remember. I'm gonna give you a story. When I went to KC, maybe the first when I just started going to KC, I was at Melbourne at the time, and I think
You
we
were
were
a what?
at Melbourne, the Melbourne campus at the time.
Oh, okay.
We were playing. We used to play table tennis anywhere. We play on the step, we play on the school teacher desk. Anywhere there's a flat surface, we play table tennis. We were playing table tennis on the steps, right?
Uh-huh.
And I came up and grabbed my watch, just grabbed my watch and ran off with it.
Oh
Um,
my. Wow.
oh, brothers, you know what Zoo. I know what I did? I went down to
What?
the window and I called a couple of the Rasta man and I said, look here, I'm gonna grab my watch. Go back for him. They say, I'm going to Holy Tree, I'm going to Holy Trinity School, I'm go over to school, go find him,
Oh, oh.
give up my story with the watch.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, nobody messaged me at KC.
I
Nobody messaged
guess not. I
me.
guess not.
Right? So
Yeah.
nobody messaged me there because I had no. I was
You were connected.
Yeah. I hear that.
in a school downtown. All kind of things happen to you. You're going to get robbed. Or
Mm.
some, but back then, I'm not going to kill you or anything like that. They must take your things and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we experienced a lot of those things. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that was a little
So,
experience then.
hmm,
Yeah.
before we get into some more stuff, I'm still stuck on music. Do you play an instrument? Do you sing?
Um, I used to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why used to?
Junior was pushing me to do it actually. Um, I had a group back then, and we were rehearsing, and because I was into the art so much, arts, and I was doing wedding photography and stuff. I didn't have a discipline to do music. But my
Hmm.
friend who was in a group with me, he went on. He was more serious. He actually became the lead singer for Inner Circle.
Oh, wow. All right.
He is Chris
I know
Bentley.
that. Yes. Hmm.
He
Cool.
he was very good.
Hmm.
I think he sing a lot. I used to write songs together and stuff. So with music, you have to have the discipline because you never know if you're going to be successful, but you still have to push. Go to the studio, hang out in the studio, and all these things. I said, "Well, me have time to go sing.
Right.
I don't have time to do that. You
Yeah.
know, rather be doing painting something but those guys had the discipline
Hmm.
that I never had for that. My discipline was
Right.
more
Yeah.
design and photography.
Yeah, it's like their talent was singular. Not saying it was bad, but you had multiple talents in different mediums that had to do with creativity. So it's hard.
I don't think in arts as well because I found that a lot of people who are good in vocally had artistic ability.
Oh yeah.
I know that
That's, yeah.
Wayne Arman used to go to. I think he went to the School of Art as well from Chalice, and AJ Brown is a good artist as well.
Hmm.
Junior was good at drawing as well, and Bentley went to. He was a very good illustrator.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, he actually stopped singing and he's now designing and building studios now.
Okay. Wow.
He's not doing that. So
Hmm.
a lot of guys are very successful. I
Yeah.
think
Music and math go together too. Music and
yeah,
math. Hmm.
inside the brain, the creative side of the brain. I
Hmm.
think
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't have the discipline. So, but I have a when somebody can sing,
Hmm.
and I know good harmony,
Yeah, definitely.
harmonize myself. So I know when somebody's going off key.
Yeah, I can too. I know my mom can too. She was a vocalist.
Right. So I learned
Hmm.
these because me and Junior used to have little concerts. And we used to take a broomstick as a mic. We were singing and singing
Love
birthday
it.
songs and even though we were just playing around, we said, no, Gary, you have to sing it this way. It was very hard. It was pushing me to do the right thing. And that's what I
Mm.
learned to hear music, with vocals. So I'm very, very stickler for good vocal. Can't take people that singing in off key. I can't stand it. I can't do it. I'm
I
telling you.
know it.
Cannot.
Yeah,
And
some
a lot
nervous
of
good
guys
ears.
found who have done a lot of music, especially in probably 80s, 90s dancehall, when they
Hmm.
would cover song and the vocal power.
Yeah, yeah, it's happened.
That's what happened. The rhythm is nice.
Right.
So we were more interested in the rhythm, man. So we want to listen to the vocals back then, but I don't.
Yeah, it's definitely some songs strictly for the rhythm, just to dance to it, and that's it.
Really, man, I couldn't be, but I mean, it was just fun.
Yeah,
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 I was
yeah.
cool at the same time. Yeah, yeah.
So, Rubbis, you are a member of the Jamix radio station, and you're also a member now of Primal. How is it to juggle both, and what are some of the differences between Jamix and Primal that you're seeing?
The difference is, I think that the, the audience here is it's a much larger audience. It's a much larger audience, and I think that they have maybe um a wider appreciation for more music because a lot of DJs they're so versatile. So you wouldn't be getting that amount of listenership if the people didn't like what they're hearing. You know? So when I play on a Monday, I was a little shocked that Gaddafi said, just do your thing, you know. So I said, I'm gonna make this show into, um that's really an easy show. It's either going to be easy reggae or a little light bones, but mostly soul. And
Mm-hmm.
was able to just as Jamaican people say, you just get with it.
That's right.
You just get with it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I still haven't played a lot of songs that I want to play as it because I still want to learn more about the audience. And
Okay.
there's so many songs that I grew up listening to that people call collectors. So they buy like 45, hang with some guys who only play 45, only play the record, only play vinyl music. And
Hmm.
you start playing some music. If you're there for the whole day, you don't know one song.
Hmm.
It's some rare music, but
Wow.
it's really,
That's the stuff I want to hear. The
yeah,
rare gems.
it sounds really, really good. You know,
Hmm.
when I hear them, I used to go and buy the 45. Even though I'm buying 45s now, I'll buy them now and just rip them to MP3 and just give it to
Yeah.
one of the guys who buy it all the time.
When you
So
rip it, sorry, go ahead and then I'll ask. Go
yeah,
ahead.
once I have the 45, I'm not playing records anymore. So I'll just give it away to one of the guys who I know would play vinyl, on a regular basis. So
Okay. How come
yeah,
you don't play vinyl anymore?
I'm sorry, too much work.
Okay.
Uh,
I have serious spinal issues, and so I can't do a lot of heavy lifting. And I don't know if you know, but I did a major surgery in April of this year.
Yes, you had mentioned that. I was going to ask you about that if you wanted to share.
Yeah, so
Um,
yeah, I got this injury from playing so many sports,
mm.
and I didn't realize that my family had this disposition for spinal issues. So if I know
Oh,
back, so I did one surgery in 20. Let me close this door because the dogs are going to bark in the
sure.
kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I did one surgery in 2014, and I was younger back then, and I didn't want to stop playing. So after I did the surgery, 6 months time, I was back on the field again.
Okay.
I shouldn't have done that because
Oh.
I didn't do that. I would have been surgery. I didn't know.
Did they say not to?
Yeah, they told me not to, but
Oh,
you're young and stupid, and you don't want to listen. You just want to play
we're
for.
invincible.
You
yeah,
were invincible, so we wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had to do the surgery in April, and they had to remove all of the discs and put in
Oh,
metal and bone grafting and all kind of things. So,
mm-hmm.
but it's working. So, but
Thank God.
I know that I have and so I just keep myself quiet now.
I see.
The record thing was
Totally
not
understand.
the record thing was not gonna work. I was
Hmm.
carrying records in crates and no, 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 no. That's a lot of
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
yeah.
But I would be curious to hear some of those 45s on a Monday, though, some of those rare gems that after you make them into, convert them to MP3.
I have most of them converted, so I have them. I have them.
Okay. Well,
So
I know that some of our audience, they do like to hear some of the same things over and over again because of the sweet nostalgia that they get from their childhood, their prom, whatever. But I like to hear everything. I do have favorites like anybody else, but I want to always know what's new, or even if it's just new to me.
right, maybe new.
I was listening. I was listening to to Jersey on one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I heard him play, and I heard my song play. I said, okay, you guys know the thing then. All right. Right. So once I know that, I mean, he can play the song that people appreciate, I say, yeah, man, this is the right place.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Definitely. Aw, that's nice.
with
The right,
you,
the right place for you.
what he played, it was giving me confidence to say, okay, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm playing with certain people, I don't play certain songs because I just don't know them and I don't want to, you
To
know,
take a risk.
not everybody has that musical maturity.
Yeah.
Hear a song, I say, hey, first I'm hearing
Right.
that's nice. Not everybody,
Mhm.
you
I can
know,
relate to that.
yeah, you play a song and they say, oh, what that? And
Yeah. Yep.
oh, really
High
no,
five, man. That's
no,
me a lot.
no. So if I play a song, I will hear people say, "Oh, that's a lovely song. Who did this song?" And I've had that experience playing on the station, and I have this experience at Jamaica. Jamaica people they're fun, and
Mm-hmm.
trust me, they have a lot of
So much
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know music too, and they allow me to also vibe out and play because they will listen and learn as well.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go anywhere where I'm not gonna be able to free to play what I want to play. I'm not gonna do that.
No.
If you're gonna shackle me, I'm gone.
Absolutely. I agree with you completely.
Totally agree. Hmm.
Yes. So, do you have any pointers for us? Because you have the freshest eyes on Primal right now. Many of us have been here for a while, and sometimes when that happens, you might get stagnant. You might not notice. You may not realize different trends and things because you've been there. You don't have the objectivity anymore. So, being that you have more of an objective lens, is there anything that you've noticed about the DJs? Any advice? Any trends? Anything like that about?
He just play well. I mean, I was listening to Tony G last night.
Mm-hmm.
Had a
Yeah,
show.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
So I like the way he starts on the show and the way he ends it. So I don't have a problem with all the DJs play because
Mm-hmm.
they're technically very good. They can
Mm-hmm.
mix. I
Mm-hmm.
like by ear. Nobody taught me to do this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm not great at the mixing thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my forte, but
Mm-hmm.
I can help myself. So I know these guys are very good at it. So I listen and I learn from them. And because even when they're playing, I'm listening for songs that I don't have.
Yes.
Always good to listen to other DJs. I said, wow, because even last night, Tony did that song and rhythm that I never had.
Mm.
So, wow, I forget that song, man. Write it down and I got it at the same time.
Yeah.
And turn
Hmm.
about at the same time. So that's what music is all about. You're gonna hear people play some song that you never heard before.
Yeah.
And people just appreciate it. And if you want to add to collection, don't be afraid. But it's always good to listen to other DJs. DLC has show him he played some soul music and
Mm-hmm.
blues. And
Mm-hmm.
it was fantastic. It was fantastic music.
Yeah.
I want to sit and listen to those things all the time. And then you and Gaddafi have the show on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, the back and forth. And
Yeah.
it's very good. So I'm slowly going because I'm trying to go into every show now and be in every show. I'm trying to support all the DJs now when I can. Um, you know, because as you know, sometimes I'm on the road, I'm doing a photo
Oh
shoot,
yeah. It's
but
tough.
It
yes,
is
I'm
tough.
trying
Tough for
to
everybody.
help
Mm-hmm.
all the DJs. And so far, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's been great. You know,
Excellent.
there's some things that maybe I would do differently. I mean, it has
Like
points
what?
to do with the emojis because like some of them are too big,
Oh, you want them smaller?
a lot of
Okay.
space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So post one just take up a whole space, and then you say, like five of them just take up the whole space. So I'd probably make them smaller. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was at I don't know if you know, but I had another actually started another music station called Connection.
No, I didn't know.
Yes, I was the founder
Wow.
of that station about 10 years with a guy called Ron Burke. Ron Burke is a big DJ in Florida, and Jamaica is well known. And we started that station. Um, this year is 9 years, next year will be 10 years. And
Awesome.
I designed the website, and I designed every emoji on that site. every single emoji I did on that side. I would watch a video and see a dance move. I said, okay, I like a dance move. I'm going to just clip it out and make the emoji.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
the emojis that were unique to that station. You're not going to find their emojis nowhere else.
Cool.
I create all of them from scratch. And it takes a lot of work to do that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
We need you to do something for Primal.
yes,
I
I
spoke to
was
God after
gonna
I put on some
suggest.
stuff too, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I used to arrange them because I like when you come in the chat room, you can
Mm-hmm.
greetings, you can greet somebody early, you know, and then you
Mm-hmm.
the dance moves a little later down, you know. But people like to be able to find like expressions for if a song is nice, so I don't want to say play again. I want to be able to find those things quickly.
Yeah.
So I normally want to put those things at the very top. So when you come in, you can say hi, bless up, greetings, and then you can go into play this again, you know, big up, whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all those different kind of things, you know. And I like to go after Jamaican jargons, you know. And I don't know if you know, in Jamaica back in the day when they used to have Sunsplash and those things, and when an artist wasn't performing, especially Sting, for artists, well, I'm too back for them.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard. Yeah.
Yes. I used to have this thing on TMC, like if a DJ is playing a song and we're asking for a pull up. So,
Mm-hmm.
so Bridget, mind to buckle, you know. I was called buckle pull up. You know, I'm gonna buckle in it and say, you know, say if a man put that up, you have to play by the song. It's a
You know
man.
what? I probably have some bottles too and say, test me if you want to.
Exactly. So
I'm
I'm
not gonna pull it up and I'll throw one at you.
yep, yeah, man. I had
That's
one
what I would do.
I had one French son with a baseball bat in his hand. And I said, you know, play by the song, you know? Stuff like that, you know. Yeah, but I'll sit and just see these things and
Hmm.
conceptualize them and but when I used to make them initially, people should other stations. So what I started doing, I started just putting a little I used to just put a watermark on them.
Used to do what? Oh,
What protect them, put a watermark on them so people didn't steal them. So I would take them and put it on their stations.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes, I put
oh,
water there, put TMC and all of them and make sure they
okay,
can't
that, okay.
can't get Jamaican people say you can't just scan it along with it. But that was
Wow.
so when I left and I started listening to because I've been listening to Prime a long time. I was out in the background just listening.
Hmm.
And I played a long time ago as a guest. Jolie hadn't come on as a guest. I think it was a Sunday.
Hmm.
I think it
Yes.
was an afternoon. I think it was on like 2 to some. I know it was on an afternoon, early afternoon.
Yes. Hmm.
And he did ask me to come back. But because I was so committed to TMC at the time,
Hmm.
couldn't, couldn't get to juggle.
Okay.
But since I left and which was like just November of last year,
Hmm.
and I came on a station, once him said, um, I never hesitated.
Very good. And we are so glad about that. We are so glad. Do
I
you?
love
Position.
that kind of easygoing, and I love that kind of easygoing leadership style that Gaddafi has.
Yeah.
You guys are all very easygoing, and I think it makes people um um freer to play because remember
Hmm.
we're all doing this for fun and there's a labor of love,
Yes, for sure.
It
So
is.
people who have the same kind of vibe as you, you just all know we're always playing for fun and just because we love the music. It's not
Yes.
a money thing. Because when
Yes.
money get involved, trust me, there's going to be problems.
Hmm.
I experience
I
money,
agree.
that's going to be a problem, right? So
Hmm.
it's going
Hmm.
to be about love, and trust me, everything will just work and it works smooth.
Yes.
So far, that has been, I mean, Jersey Dude asked me to play on his show.
Hmm.
Um, I met this man before, just call me, said, "Gary, why you come play for me?" And I said, "No problem."
Hmm.
So it wasn't it was easy for me to say yes
Yes.
because
Yes.
of just the vibe of everybody here.
Hmm. Totally understand.
I love that, man.
We have 10 minutes left. I want to get into some other things. Q is in the building as well and says hello to
Yes,
you.
very good.
Yes, indeed. So, do you have a bucket list of any sort? Is there any place that you have yet to travel? Anything that you want to try? Like well, not sports now, nothing like that, but any experience that's safe on the body that you would want to try, or somewhere you'd want to travel to? Maybe the music might draw you there. Africa, have you been to Africa? You want to go there? Where have
Um,
you? Where do you think? Where do you dream?
One of the places that I've always loved, and because
Hmm.
of pictures I've seen as a child, like a place like Scotland and the Netherlands, there's
Okay,
some scenery there.
beautiful.
Love,
Absolutely, so green.
I love to go there.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
know what? I mean, I don't know if you know, but I collect comics.
I
So
didn't
I
know.
have a lot of comics in my house.
Cool.
So it's a valuable comic collection as well. So
Wow.
um,
So
protected there in plastic and they're
yes,
all sealed
yes,
up.
Deserved.
that's
Yeah.
dope. Can you take a picture of them and send it? I just want to see what
Oh
they
yeah,
look like later.
yeah, later. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you see a lot of these things in comics and books, and I think, yeah, I would love to go to, like, to like the Netherlands and Scotland in summer and just
Hmm.
camera and just photograph.
Yeah,
I don't want to go in a hotel or anything. I want to be in the countryside,
experience. Hmm.
somewhere. You know what I mean? Them have
Hmm.
internet,
Yeah.
just thing for the day.
Yeah.
That's what.
You could just go to Helsinki somewhere, knock on a door, say, "Hey, can you just take me in for a week?" You
You
know.
know, in Cuba, I want to go to Cuba as well.
Cuba. Hmm.
I want to go there.
What draws you there? Is it the 50s charm? Is it
Architecture,
architecture as well? Hmm.
cars, like that, the cars
Cars.
over the years, and just the
Hmm.
people.
Hmm.
Yeah, there were a lot of expression on their faces. And
Hmm.
they've been through a lot, so you can see it on their
They
faces.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. One of the islands that's most connected to Africa in
yeah,
terms of culture, food, all of those things. Not the language, because of course we know Spain and the
right,
influence, but yes.
Right.
Hmm.
yeah. But
What's your favorite food? Go ahead.
I'm still collecting music. I sometimes up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
I'm searching for cover songs. I'll play a song and try to find a cover version of it. So I'm up
Wow.
yeah, I do a lot of that. Yeah,
So music consumes you. You see how we're venturing away from music, but he said, come on back to music. We'll just stay.
yeah, but
Music
but you
consumes you. You
That's
are music.
that's the passion. That's where the passion.
Yes, that is the passion.
right.
That
But
is
you
the passion.
have something else though, so I don't want to.
No, no, no. No, it's absolutely fine. This is your interview. We could talk
That's
about whatever you would like to talk. I just noticed it and thought it was funny.
Food,
Yeah.
weren't you? Were asking about food, weren't you?
I did. What's your favorite food?
All right. When Sophia from Jamaica comes to the room, she always called me Milo.
Mhm.
Called me
Milo.
Milo. My
Uh-huh.
favorite food is cold Milo and hard bread.
Yeah? That's your really favorite food?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite food. I won't just mix a tall glass of Milo. I don't want it hot. I want it cold. I will get 3 slices of bread. Put some anchor butter on it.
Mm.
That's me.
Boom.
Me, good. And ingredient, I add 4 slices. I'm not
Four
about,
slices, man.
yes.
Carb overload, sir. But you
Back,
know what? You're enjoying yourself.
back in the day at KC, let me tell you, we used to have, patties, right?
Of
Jamaica.
course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We used to have, when it went on Friday, I used to buy 3 slices of bread. No, three patties,
Uh-huh.
6 slices of bread, and 2 sodas. That's just for one person.
One person at one time?
One
so
time.
nice.
Oh my gosh. But you
One.
know what? You were doing so many sports, you probably just,
Burned a
Yeah.
lot
And
of
when you go to
calories.
KFC, we don't buy two
yeah.
piece, we buy 9 piece. Seriously,
A
one
nine piece.
9 piece of chicken.
Ay, caramba. Woo.
Yeah, there's a picture in lava,
Wow.
500 pounds, but that was accurate. Yeah.
That is cool. That's funny. Let me see. Primal leadership. Absolutely. Sorry, I was just reading some of the comments in the chat. So DJ Gaddafi says that he's known that you have played table tennis and such. So, do you ever feel like you want to pick up the racket again, even though, with your
Should
injury?
Yeah,
should not.
some guys at my church, some guys at my church, they're playing and they kind of want to help them. You know,
Hmm.
it's almost like a coach and a coaching
Or
kind of
coach.
thing.
Yeah,
That I would do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, no, I'm
good.
not
Yeah.
gonna attempt that anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to go backward, no way.
That's it.
Hmm.
That is concerned.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So, do you have children?
Oh, no children. I have my puppies though. Those are
You have
my
your what?
puppies.
Oh, your puppies.
Are my children.
Oh,
Does
I
she
hear
have
that.
kittens galore?
What are their names? Oh, sorry, mom. Go ahead. Sorry,
How
sorry.
many puppies? I'm just trying to, see, because
Yeah, so
Naima has
I'm a
8 cats, man.
Shh, mom.
I'm a dog person. So I have two puppies, Lily and Ginger. Lily is a rescue.
Hmm.
My neighbor next door, she migrated to Canada a couple of years ago, and they just left the dog over there.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So I used to walk every day with my other dog called Matt, and she used to just come at the fence and look out. And I said, no, I can't allow that to happen. And I went over there and I took her up, and it's like she was just she just I wanted to, our eyes locked. That was it.
That was it. She claimed you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was it. So
Oh.
Matt died. Matt died, and really became like she just latched on to me.
Hmm.
And so I bought another puppy called Ginger, and she's a younger puppy, and she has Lily's about 10, is about 9 years old now. And Lily's young, she's about a year or two. And she is a little spitfire, you know, but they both sleep in the bed with me.
Do they?
Yep,
What?
they sleep at my foot. And sometimes my wife will say, when you're sleeping, Lily is on your pillow above your head.
Oh, my
Picture
God.
of puppy on my head, like just behind me on the pillow. I said, so
That's
obviously,
so sweet.
yeah, yeah.
That's such a sweet, endearing part of you. I like that.
When I'm playing music up here, because I'm upstairs right now,
Uh-huh.
here, they're outside, and then I'm moving until I come downstairs.
Wow. They just stay there and wait.
With
Here,
you.
moving.
Are
Yeah.
they allowed to come in with you?
They come, but I don't want them to come and maybe pull up the card for the sardines, so they know want to stay far.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Wow. What's something, we have 3 more minutes. What's something that you want people to know about you that they may not know unless they ask you?
Um, I would say the thing that most people would not know is that I'm seriously into comics,
Hmm.
the superhero genre. I have like action figures on my table. I collect cars, the model cars as well.
Dope.
My toys when I'm 5 years old, I still have some of them in my Matchbox cars
Oh, my
and
God.
my
Wow.
Hot Wheels. I still have them, you
They're
know?
worth money.
They
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
collect little trinkets, but comics are something that I love. I love doing. I just enjoy it. I trade comics online with other people all over the world, and
Excellent.
buy from me, and I will buy back from them and stuff. I was talking about lots of money here.
Yeah.
So what do you think about
Wow.
the more recent anime and all of that?
No, I don't. I used to go to like a comic conferences, and they'll have a day that dedicated to anime. I don't go to the anime thing. I'm really into comics from the 60s, 70s, and the
Yeah,
early
that's
90s.
what I thought.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So I don't know if you even met Stan. I mean, you know Stanley, right? Who's from Marvel. He's
Who?
Stanley?
Stanley. Also Stanley. He's in all the movies that they used to make. Hulk and I met
Wow.
Stanley.
You know what? I do watch them, but sometimes I'll forget names of people. It's a shame. If my kid was here, probably.
Spider-Man and Hulk and Fantastic Four. He
Oh
met
yeah,
them.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he was a creator of all these characters and Marvel comics. And I met him at a conference. And he gave me his number because he was shocked that the Jamaican was collecting comics. He didn't know that Jamaican people were collecting comics. He was shocked.
Why would he be shocked?
You
Like
know,
Jamaicans can't
so they
collect
didn't
comics? That's weird.
they had no idea. A lot of people don't know what happened in Jamaica, until we tell them, They just assume.
Just say we're normal. Like, well, actually, we're just if you're Jamaican, you just say not you're normal. We're above normal, and we're like everybody else as well. Like we do whatever.
He
Well,
was
he
shocked.
may not have been
He was shocked.
understanding the distribution, and maybe that's why he felt,
That's why I thought that. Oh,
well,
okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
maybe just may not.
We're big in it. I don't know if anybody does it here, apart from me, but I'm big in it. I'm still big in it. That's my apart from music. That's my
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah. Are you a DC guy or Marvel or both?
Both of them.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, this was so much fun, so enlightening. And we could have just sat here and let you just talk the entire time. Like, you're such a great orator. You tell great stories, right? We didn't have to do any work. I'm just like, hey.
No, of course, that's the best way
Go
to
with
interview.
it. That's right.
It just happens
So
organically.
many facets of your life that you could
Yeah.
expound on. So I'm gonna
Yes.
have to start missing a Monday night meeting so that I could hear your show. I just want
Yes,
you
ma'am.
to
Yeah.
take responsibility for me saying, I'm sorry, board members, I won't be there tonight.
Yes, yes. And you know what? I'm going to say one more thing before I go. I really want you to have another show on another day with Monday because it's hard for me to be fully in tune at 6 when I'm getting ready for my show after you. I was like, dang,
Right,
Yeah.
I know.
I want to be able to relax with it more. You know what I mean? And instead of be like, oh, I got to do this
Yeah, I
while I'm
gotta go.
listening.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that will
But
come
I
in
that's,
guess we all
um,
do.
I think that will come in time.
it
Yeah.
will.
Come in
Hmm.
time. You
And you
know.
can fill in for people too anyway.
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna mention.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we will let you go and enjoy the rest of your night. We have Kyle Tunes coming after you, and then, of course, DLC playing the soul that you love
Yeah.
coming up at 9 o'clock. But it's been a pleasure to really get to know you.
It really has.
Yes.
I feel really at home, here with you guys, and this has been fun. And
Mm,
I just love how the DJs support each other. That's what I love. The camaraderie is there, and that's what I love to see.
yeah.
I
I'm
agree.
part of that. So once I can support, I know I'm going to be there.
Amen. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you
All right.
guys.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for Kyle Tunes coming right after this and DLC
Bye.
coming at 9.